Hi, my name is Brittany Callaghy, and this is my Assistive Technology for Individuals with ASD presentation for the class EDUU 676. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about what assistive technology is and some high-tech and low-tech devices that can be used for language and communication, academics and cognition, and transitions. So, a little bit about assistive technology. It is any item, piece of equipment, software program, or product system that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of persons with disabilities. It also helps individuals who have difficulty speaking, typing, writing, remembering, pointing, seeing, hearing, learning, walking, and many other things. So, here are some examples of assistive technology: no tech to low tech to high tech. Low tech usually compromises tools and strategies that do not involve electronics and do not require batteries. High tech compromises of tools and strategies that use electricity, electronics, and batteries. Here are some more examples of high tech devices. These devices are what we consider the kind we plug in. These are the most intense and expensive form of technology. Here are some examples of low-tech devices. Most of these are present in the classroom, and sometimes we are unaware that we even provide these as accommodations. So most classrooms have highlighters, they have visual schedules, they use manipulatives, some kids use adaptive paper. So these are just some examples of low tech. So first, I'm going to be talking about some low-tech and high-tech devices that can be used for language and communication. So the two high-tech ones are Tobii Dynavox and Proloco. So Tobii Dynavox is a company that creates communication apps, speech generating devices, eye trackers, and eye gaze enabled devices. So eye tracking or gaze interaction is a technology used to see where a person is looking on the computer screen. It can also be used to control a computer with your eyes instead of using a traditional keyboard and mouse. It enables individuals with physical and cognitive conditions to live richer and more independent lives. It allows individuals to create words, phrases, and sentences with their eyes, which is amazing. So it's a very, very cool technology right there. And it also has a variety of devices and products. So here are some devices that they offer. The iSeries, which is a fast, light, and durable eye gaze enabled speech generating device featuring the world's #1 eye tracker. There's the EM12, the I110, the PCI, the Indy 7, and the SC tablet. These are all wonderful devices that help individuals with their language and communication. These are some of the apps that I just picked three that I thought I would talk a little bit about, but there's a lot more. So the Snap Core First is a symbol-supported AAC app enabling a path to communication and literacy at any stage of development. The Gaze Viewer is a simple assessment tool that tracks and records eye control skills. And then the Boardmaker 7 Standard is a powerful special education tool for creating custom teaching materials with access to over 45,000 PCS PECs. A little bit about Proloquo. It is a symbol-supported communication application for kids, teens, or adults. Can be used with all of them. It is completely customizable, which is amazing. It provides a voice for students who have difficulties with expressive and receptive language, and it is designed for a range of fine motor, visual, and cognitive skills. So the good thing about both of these platforms is that they are able to use multiple languages. So if you have English language learners, they can also benefit from these high-tech assistive technology. Some low-tech assistive technology for language and communication is PECS and adaptive books. So PECS is a nonverbal symbolic communication. It is used for all learners of all ages who have various cognitive, physical, or communication challenges. Its primary goal is to teach functional communication. Also, PECS, its specific prompting and reinforcement strategies can lead to more independent communication. Research has shown also that individuals who use PECS sometimes develop speech. It consists of 6 phases where learners give a single picture of a desired item or action to a communicative partner who immediately honors the exchange as a request. The system goes on to teach discrimination of pictures, how to put pictures together to form sentences. So here's a little bit more about the 6 phases of PECS. So first, the learner learns to just exchange one single picture for an item they want. Then they kind of learn to use single pictures to show different places and different people across distances. And then the third one, they select from 2 or more pictures, so they're given more of a variety of images to look at. The fourth is they try to use their icons to form a sentence. And then 5, they learn how to answer questions by using the phrase, what do you want? And then the last one, commenting. So they learn how to comment to a response to questions like, what do you see? What do you hear? What is it? Adaptive books, they are more accessible. Students can use the symbols to answer comprehension questions, retell parts of a story, or make predictions. They help build literacy skills and evaluate how they respond to a story. Adaptive books is a book that has been modified in some way that makes it more accessible. That's why I said more accessible right there. To a student who has difficult with typical books. So adaptive books can mean anywhere from adding braille, making the text easier, or adding in movable pictures or visuals. So here is an example of an adaptive book. So they have little stars that they drag or that they pick up and put down. And this is talking about past, present, or future. So this is an adaptive book. The next part I'm going to be talking about is academic and cognition. So here are some high-tech devices that can be used for academics, and one is speech to text and the other is text to speech. So we've all heard these two, and the only difference is for speech to text, the kids are writing with their voices. So they're speaking to the iPad, the computer, and the computer is typing out their sentences. This tool is utilized to help learners with writing/spelling deficits. It increases learning and independence. And sometimes it's called dictation or speech recognition programs. But this one is extremely beneficial for individuals with ASD to use. And then our other one is text to speech. So this reads digital text aloud. It turns words on a screen into auditory. This helps learners who are struggling with reading skills. It also can strengthen their writing skills and improve focus and mindfulness. So text to speech is really beneficial when a kid or a student is comprehending at a higher level than their reading level. And so in order to continue practicing with their comprehension, text to speech allows the passage to be read aloud to them, and then they can answer the comprehension questions. So these are two very important devices that can be used with individuals with ASD. And this is a little image that it's speech, so a person talking, and then it's writing on a document. For speech to text, and then text to speech is a document, and then you hear what the document is saying. To low-tech assistive technology that you can use for academic and cognition are pencil grips and graphic organizers. So pencil grips are these, and graphic organizers, there's a variety, but here are just a few. Pencil grips help learners have a functional and accurate grasp of a pencil. They help develop fine motor skills and control over their handwriting, and they increase legibility. Graphic organizers are amazing. They can be used for writing or reading activities. For writing, they usually help learners organize and map out their writing. So, for example, one graphic organizer can help students write a topic sentence, and then their three detail sentences, and then their conclusion, like the hamburger, how it has those different layers. So it really helps them map out and organize their writing, and it allows them to make sure that they're including all their information that is necessary. For reading, they help learners identify things like the main idea and details. They allow or help learners sequence the events that happen in a story. And they do compare and contrast. There's so many different graphic organizers that can help learners with reading and writing. And they are super easy to supply to kids, so they are very great. So these are the two low-tech devices, pencil grips and graphic organizers. Here's a picture of that again. There's a variety of pencil grips too. So for transition, the high-tech assistive technology that I'm going to be talking about is the Reminders app on your iPhone or your iPad. I use it all the time. It is very useful. It's easy to create and organize your reminders, your to-do list, your everyday things that you need to accomplish that sometimes you forget. So like I mentioned, it can be used for life to-do lists, including grocery lists, projects at work, or anything else you would like to track or remember. You could also, which is super cool, assign reminders to people you share lists with, and they'll be reminded. So the Reminders app is super useful. You can use it for everyday things or monthly things, and it'll just help individuals with ASD keep track with certain things that they need to accomplish daily. Google Maps is another great app that is also on your phones or your iPads or your tablets, and it allows individuals to get real-time GPS navigation. It could show if there's going to be traffic. It shows transition information. It also helps you find what you need by getting the latest information on businesses that include grocery stores, pharmacies, and other important places. It also allows you to see the map and see if there's accidents ahead or anything like that. It shows over 220 countries and territories mapped and hundreds of millions of businesses and places on the map. So Google Maps is very, very great to have, and it kind of allows you not to get lost. It has auditory too, so you can hear the directions instead of looking at them, and it tells you ahead of time. So both these apps are very useful, and they are beneficial for everyday use. And then here is just an example of some of the reminders. So you can set like birthday reminders, you can set like if you need to make payments on your credit card every month,